what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of The Road to Glory, episode number 83. And in today's video, we are going to be playing my first 3 games of the weekend league. So if you watched the previous episodes, you will be aware that I was able to qualify. After a little bit of stress, we finally made it into the final and beat the guy convincingly, meaning that we are able to take place in the weekend league, something which I don't normally do. But with this new team of Podolski, Abubakar, we've got Samuel Eto'o as well, who I know has just fallen through the floor in terms of price. Probably lost about 80,000 coins there, which kind of sucks on a no money spent account, but so be it. And I'm just briefly showing you what my other teams are looking like. At the moment, I'm literally just focusing on the one team. So at some point, there might be a time, well, I accidentally promised you guys that we'd make a huge signing today. It's actually going to be in tomorrow's video. I had a few of these stacked up in a row, so apologies for that. But tomorrow, we will make a huge signing for the Road to Glory. So we go into our first game of the weekend league. And this is what we're faced up against. Like, that's a crazy good team. He's got FUT Birthday Ogbonna and Torres, as well as Griezmann. He's got Legend Okocha. Not really what I wanted to see in my first weekend league game. And to start with, I play a nice through ball from Abubakar to Eto'o. He does like a stop on the ball and then just rifles it. And that's about the perfect start right there. A lovely, lovely goal from the Cameroon striker. And I just sent the defender, like, he was carrying on running, think that I was carrying on running. So when I stopped, he was all out of shape and it just allowed me that space to take the shot. I tried shooting again from distance, this time with Dele Alli, but that one flies over the bar. And that's a lovely through ball from N'Golo Kante to Eto'o, takes the shot, but Lloris is there to save. So I would say at the start of this game, it's definitely been all me that's been pushing for goals and stuff, which is great, you know. We're 1-0 up. Can we make it 2? Again, with that shot from outside the box from Eto'o, Lloris is there to save it. But from the corner, I whip this one in. Gundogan finds the front post, and we just knock it towards the back post. Unfortunately, 1, it didn't go in, and 2, I couldn't quite get a second man to tap it home. But you're seeing the amount of shots we're having on goal. I should be netting them, really, shouldn't I? It's the weekend league, for Christ's sake. You got to be clinical, because otherwise they might just walk up the other end, get the ball to JJ Okocha, who plays it across Fernando Torres. I mean, you're never, ever going to miss that opportunity right there. And that sucks, because I reckon he'd probably had like a couple of attempts on goal. We'd been the ones that are really peppering this guy's goal. And unfortunately for me, we find ourselves in like an equaliser situation where the game is level, when, to be honest, I kind of figured it shouldn't be. But at the halftime break, I've had 6 attempts, 5 on target, a little bit less possession than my opponent, but we move on into the second half with lots of confidence. I get past the defender with Eto'o, and he slots in a second goal of the game. A really, really nice finish there, and some really good dribbling to get it past that defender. Happy with that one, and really, really happy with my purchase of Sammy Eto'o. He's been a bit of a beast so far. He is a great goal scorer. I know we're lacking a little bit in stamina in my front 3. They're all a little bit sort of, well, I'm not sure about Abubakar. I'm not sure how old he is. But Eto'o, Podolski, they're older gentlemen of the game. So typically they have less stamina on it. I get through with Abubakar here. He fakes me with the goalkeeper, but luckily gets back on the line to tap that one over. And then I whip it into the box. Abubakar's there, but again, Lloris with the save. He has pulled off a whole bunch of saves in today's game, which I thought probably could have, I mean, I could have scored like 5 or 6 really if I was super clinical here. But we whip the ball in with we run it with Ousmane Dembele to try and take the shot. It pars out to Eto'o, who can't quite get latch onto it towards the end there. JJ Okocha plays it short to Renato Sanchez, who gets one last stab at the cherry, but unfortunately for him, goes over the bar, and literally the final whistle just gets called. So, excellent. We've won our first weekend league game. That is always my actual target right off the bat, is to just not lose the first one, because I know I'll get tilted, I'll go on a crazy loss streak, and that's not a good thing to do. So I want to know exactly where I want to be at this point in time, and Squad's looking alright. You know, I am going to focus on using this one. So, of course, it means I'm just going to apply a squad fitness or some individual fitness cards and go back into another game. We match up against someone with a Premier League side, which is, of course, something that you're, you know, pretty used to facing at this point in time. He's got the likes of Gabriel Jesus. He's got Kante, Smalling, by the types of players that you're used to seeing on this game. And he starts quite strongly. Really good at dribbling, this chap was, especially with his Gabriel Jesus, who is a 5-star skiller as well, of course. But Abubakar gets one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and that's a great finish. That's a really, really nice finish. Super happy with how he's opened his body up there. Nice technique to get it past the goalkeeper, into the corner, back of the net. We are 1-0 up inside the first sort of like 10 minutes. Gabriel Jesus then turns my defender and literally goes and sticks it in the net as well. So it shows that as much as I can be clinical, he can do it as well. And then it was like a fight around the edge of my box for like the next 10, 20 FIFA minutes. It was a bit crazy. Gabriel Jesus just ball rolling it past a couple of defenders and then slamming that one into the back of the net as well. Really nice low driven shot. And of course what you get in the weekend league that you don't get in like, I don't know, daily knockout tournament or online singles or something like that. You get clinical finishers coming up against you. They will take their chances. Luckily for me, we had loads of attempts to score that particular one, and eventually Dele Alli was just able to slot it home. It's an open goal. What else can I do but score there? If I miss that one, I'm probably pressing start and quitting the game straight up. Podolski with a rifle of a shot, but Karius, his fellow German, is able to stop that one. And then a whole bunch of bobbles around the box happen, but eventually my opponent does manage to get it clear. Eto picks the ball up, takes one of the defenders on, and we've got a couple of men on here. Play it through to Lucas Podolski. He is one-on-one, but he goes with his right foot. Don't understand that at all, but he plays a nice ball through to Eto here, who I'm obviously going to try and cut inside, take that low driven just wide of the post. And that was the first half. Very even game, I would say. My opponent was clinical, very good in front of goal, but I'd had more opportunities, and I pushed through with Lucas Podolski here, go to whip it towards the back post. Eto's there, but it comes off the defender and pushes that one out for a corner, which obviously nothing happens from, otherwise it would have been in the video. But Sami Eto with a bit of a heel click, spots a Podolski. Can he ever miss a situation like that? Hell no. And we do restore our lead, and we run off to the camera celebrating with the German maestro. They link up really well, you know. Podolski, Abubakar and Eto. Pretty decent strike force. As I said earlier, they have low stamina at some point, and that's why I've got the super subs on the bench at the moment. I nearly conceded straight away. He keeps getting through with this Gabriel Jesus, who I know we packed and I still have in the club, even after I sold all that stuff yesterday. So maybe, just maybe, I need to bring him on as my super sub. I'm relying on Eto again to just slot home a beautiful, easy finish there to restore our 2-goal lead. And, well, I paused the game to see if he would quit, but he was obviously already in the process of quitting right there. And I guess he dashboarded and we got the win. At that point in the game, you know, it's a little bit later on. There's now a 2-goal difference. You're going to struggle to get back into it. Sometimes the smartest move is to just quit, move on, get onto your next game, save the hassle, stop wasting the time. I would have probably done the same thing. So we're 2-0 right now, a perfect start so far, and I am going to play one more game in today's episode. If we can make it 3-0, that would be absolutely fantastic. Of course, just apply a fitness item to the team, and we come up against this. Now, this right here is a nice squad. Mixed between La Liga and Premier League, of course. He's got a red item in there as well as a strike force of Martial, Griezmann, and Bale. Now, I mean, you've seen the thumbnail. So, right off the bat, do you know what? I knew this guy was going to be good. Just because right off the bat, he paused it straight away. Obviously, to change his formation, move his players' positions about. And typically, you don't come up against people that do that unless they're, you know, seasoned FUT Champions players. Look at this from Gareth Bale. Out-strengthening Koscielny, and that's a solid finish. He's not going to miss an opportunity like that. He switched Bale to left striker, and he put the 4-1-2-1-2 second variant on. So straight off the bat, I just knew he was going to be a good player. I cracked the bar with Abubakar right there, which was unfortunate. But Griezmann spots Bale, who is just overlapping again and again and again. and he is just like the devil. I cannot play against this guy. It's like hell when you come up against Gareth Bale, because he's so quick, he's super strong, and he's got a deadly left foot. Like, I mean, granted, that was some really nice passing play and a lovely header to get a consolation goal right there. But we were 2 goals down, so that doesn't make a difference at this point in time. It just gives me a lifeline and keeps me in the game. I then sort of get through here after a couple of bubbles, play it to Kyle Walker, takes the shot, but Butland is there to save. And, well, I mean, I'm still getting a few chances, and unfortunately for my opponent, the bobbles seem to be dropping right to me. But when I spot Bale open again, Griezmann sticks it out to him. I can't close him down. And he does. That's like the same goal 3 times in a row. Hat-trick in the first half. Was that the first half? Yeah, I think it was. I'm not too sure. But yeah, hat-trick for Gareth Bale already. Yeah, we're still in the first half. So that's kind of embarrassing. It just shows you that there are certain players that you come up against who, I mean, normally on FIFA, I'm someone that will go into a game and I'll often have quite close games. You know, it'll be like in between 1 or 2 goals to show who the victor is. You know, I might lose 2-1, I might lose, Howie didn't score there, I don't know. I might win 2-1, I might lose 3-1. There's normally 1 or 2 goals in it. Sometimes I'll absolutely smash opponents in the daily knockouts and stuff like that. But yeah, it's normally quite close. I can hold my own at this point. I'm pretty sure I can hold my own. Gareth Bale scores literally a 4th goal against me. This guy is literally hell to play against right now. I can't handle him. He was really, really, really good in attack, and I can see why he had at least like 1 red player in his ultimate team. He decided to score with somebody else at that point because he was, you know, feeling like Gareth Bale had too many goals at that point in time. I whip a corner in here. Kante just knocks it in front post. I get another consolation. Eto'o at that near post, in off the bar. That's a nice little header. But of course, at this point in time, it doesn't really mean anything. I probably should have just quit out of it because I definitely lost, right? Nail goes in the coffin when Gareth Bale scores his 5th goal of the game. Literally, you can see now why I put the devil horns on this guy in the thumbnail, because my days did I struggle against Cordero CF. And I'm so glad that that game is over. So unfortunately, our perfect start of going 3-0, that was the idea behind this. So I wanted to play my first 3 games in this video. I wanted to get 3-0. Unfortunately, it's not happened. We're now 2 for 1, which I guess isn't so bad, but obviously it's not great. You know, that's the 2 out of 3 we're going to win, and we're going to lose 1 every... You know, it's not what I want. I want a better ratio than that. So what that means is I've got to play more games. So the next couple of episodes here, you're going to see some more Weekend League gameplay. I was able to dedicate a couple or few hours to the Weekend League. Obviously not going to get 40 done, but I was able to dedicate a few hours to it. So you'll see the result of all of that in the episodes to come. Like I promised, we will have that massive signing at the start of the next episode. Apologies for the mix-up in promising it for this one. It was simply a case of I've edited like 4 videos today. Got a little bit mixed up. But yeah, if you have enjoyed the episode, I'd greatly appreciate if you would smash a thumbs up. Don't, of course, forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. And have a fantastic day. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.